If you want to stay up to date with all current hip hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become part of this community. So we just got this new single from Trippie Redd, Holy Smokes, featuring Lil Uzi Vert. This is something that people have been wanting for a long time. It's something that he's been teasing for quite some time. We've got this announcement not even this week, but last week, and usually singles aren't announced, the week before they actually release, but that's usually something that happens for albums. But he really cared a lot about this release, and I got some stuff I want to say about this, and also concerning the release date of Trippie's new album Trip at Night and what this new single can tell us about it. So let's jump straight into it. So the first time that I listened to this new single, I was actually a bit disappointed, to be honest. I thought the beat was just very thin, very skeletal. There's not a lot going on. And after the track had ended, I was like, is this it? Also, I thought Uzi's part was not that great. And Trippie's vocals just couldn't really compensate for the lack of excitement going on in the instrumental. Listening to it back a couple of times, I can kind of, get a better feeling for it. Maybe understand that it's a more laid-back song than maybe Miss the Rage was, which was... that instrumental is legendary, and I go to that song for the whole vibe of it. This new song just seems kind of forgettable in terms of just the instrumental and how they interacted with it. But as I said, listening to it a couple more times, this does seem to be more of a laid-back, chill vibe. Maybe that's kind of what he's going for in the track list. When the song comes in, I'm not sure. We still don't have the track list. He said that he was going to drop it after a certain requirement of like pre-saves and likes was reached, which it has now been for like a month now. We already got the album cover. He also announced a tour which is starting in August, and he said that the album is gonna drop before the tour so that he can perform, the album on tour, because it's the Trip at Night tour. It just makes sense. So we're probably getting this thing within the next 2 to 3 weeks, is my guess. He also tweeted track list next, so at some point we need to be getting the track list. Also, he said that, a fan asked where the single and the track list were at, and he said that it's dropping soon. This is, of course, the single. And that's kind of where I'm worried. Now, I'm still not 100% sure if Miss the Rage is going to make the track list, or if that's already clear that he cut it. Now, if any of you know more about this, please let me know. I know there are a lot of you guys out there that are really into Trippie Redd that can probably tell me more about this. Is Miss the Rage going to be on Trip at Night? Let me know in the comments, please. But as it's looking right now, this new Holy Smoke single is supposed to be used as, the promotional tool to promote this new album, Trip at Night. And I don't think that it can do that, because this is just, it would probably be like a nice song that you can just like relax to somewhere in the track list of the album, but I don't think that it's necessarily the lead single that he should be promoting the album with. It's not really exciting lyrically. It's not anywhere. It's just, all over the place with usual talks about money and women and all that. Uzi's part, as I said, really left me disappointed. I think when you have like a Lil Uzi Vert feature, people are going to gravitate towards that song, and if you then yourself don't come through on that song and make something of it, then that's just going to leave people disappointed in the future and them not coming back to your music in the future. Again, this is of course a different story for Trippie Redd. He already has a core fan base and people messing with this stuff, so of course that's not like a danger to him. But if he keeps doing this over time, then that's just, what it's going to lead to. So judging from this new single, Holy Smokes, I'm really not sure what to expect from Trip at Night. I thought with that whole Miss the Rage vibe, we were going to get some more spacey, type of atmospheres and instrumentals. Also looking at the promotional art that is used for the tour, which is very like, medieval, but at the same time futuristic. I love that style. The album cover, of course, is also very Trippie Redd-ish in a way. And this new single, though, I don't know. It's not really fitting in anywhere with that. It's completely went against the grain that in my head I wanted this album to go. It's like this really, it just seems lazy in a way. Like if this came from any other artist than Trippie Redd, I think I would not care about this as much. I would just like, disregard it as just another, attempt to maybe, get closer to a certain sound that people are liking nowadays. But I don't think Trippie really did that sound justice. Maybe that's my personal opinion. Maybe I'm just not in that space to like this type of music. There are probably a lot of people out there that really mess with this. But for me personally, there's not, enough going on in the instrumental. Their voices can't really fill that void that is left by just, I'm always talking about the instrumental now, but it's really about the instrumental on this one, to be honest. Because Trippie's part and Uzi's part, even though I'm disappointed by Uzi, as I said, but Trippie's part is very basic, very general Trippie Redd style. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing special, but it's also not bad. So this could be used for any other song and people would like it. Now, if you look at the two Trippie Redd parts on, for example, Mr. Rage and this new Holy Smoke single, and you compare them, they're probably not that different in terms of just quality overall. And so I think if you could just put this thing over any other instrumental, it will be fire. Trippie could make it work. But just in combination with this instrumental, the instrumental is my main problem with this thing. Let me know in the comments what you think about this new track, because that will really be interesting to get like a conversation going, people talking about what they like and dislike about this track. Getting back to Trip at Night for a second though, he said that the album is going to drop before the tour starts, and the tour is starting in August. To be exact, the first date in Minneapolis is August 25th. Now if you look at the calendar, August 25th is a Wednesday, so it's probably going to drop like 2 to 3 weeks before that, which would put the release date on either July 30th or August 6th. That's my guess so far. Those two dates are like my two, main candidates when it comes to the release date of Trip at Night, Trippie Redd's new album. But I, of course, could be wrong. It could drop next week, to be honest. But the way that he took this long to roll out this new single, which is very mediocre, I think he's going to take at least another week, so 3 weeks in total, to announce this whole album that is about to drop and that he'll do like a nationwide tour for. So I think he'll put a lot more emphasis and importance on that as well. Yeah, that's my thoughts on this. I really don't like this new single. It's mainly about the instrumental. I kind of don't like where this is going in terms of the sound of Trip at Night. Of course, this is just the first or second single. Let me know if Mr. Rage is on Trip at Night, if you know anything about that or anything more about that. But so far, I'm not really liking that. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Now I want to know what you think about this. What do you think of this new single? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What do you think of the instrumental? What do you think of Uzi's part? Who do you think performed better on here? What do you think this can tell us about Trip at Night and what's to come from Trippie in the future? And have you bought tour tickets for the tour yet? Let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media and blog down in the description. It really helps me out. Until the next one, y'all have an incredible day, and y'all take care.